Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to the Knowledge Hub. Dear students, today we are going to talk about how to speak English fluently. I have got 5 major tips to increase your fluency in English. So have a look at these 5 points. Actually, these are the 5 major tips in order to increase fluency, in order to speak English with fluency without making any hesitation, without feeling any hesitation, without any hindrance, without any trouble. If you follow these 5 major rules, if you practice these 5 major tips, you will definitely start speaking fluently. So come to the first point. The very first point is that speech filled environment. Actually, we are living in an environment which is not filled with English language. If we are living in Burewala, we are living in Pakistan, we have to speak different languages. We have to speak Punjabi language, we have to speak English, we have to speak Urdu, we have to speak Saraiki or any other local language. So at very few moments we have to speak English. That is why we are living in an environment which is not filled with English language. So we feel a disturbance while speaking this language. In order to increase your fluency, you need to create an environment which is full of English language. So the very first principle is speech filled environment. If you want to increase your fluency, if you want to speak just like natives, you have to create an atmosphere, you have to create an environment around yourself, at your home, at your workplace, at different spots, at different events. Whenever you have to speak, if you speak in English and if you listen to English every time, it will make a speech filled environment. So number 2 is speech boxes. Nature has made different speech boxes in our throat, in our organs of speech. There is a specific speech box system. Every sound comes from a specific box. Those boxes are not visible. Those boxes are inside our larynx and pharynx, and we have to speak according to the words which are available, according to the sounds which are available in our speech boxes. So when we keep on speaking Urdu, Punjabi or other local languages, our speech boxes become mature and they cannot produce the sounds which are relevant to English language. So in order to become a fluent speaker of English, you need to do certain specific exercises. For example, you need to practice tongue twisters and lip rounding. For example, when you say very well, that's wrong. You have to say very by lip teeth action. Very, va, va. Lip teeth action. Lower lip and upper teeth is involved in this sound, va. And well, this is called lip rounding. When you use both of your lips, you take both of your lips in a round shape and then produce the sound of wa. So there are different speech boxes which are already present in our speech organ system, and they have been placed there by God. They have been placed there by nature, and we have to produce only those sounds which are already present and available in those speech boxes. If we put more sounds, if we put more focus on our target language, then definitely our speech boxes will be molded and they will produce such sounds which are relevant to our target language. And then comes exposure to listening. Actually, we don't have any exposure in real life. Whenever we listen to the Punjabi language, we listen to the Punjabi songs, we listen to the Urdu dramas, we listen to local languages. When we go to our workplace, when we go to school, college, university, any place of work, any place of education, any place of religion, we listen to different local languages, and our exposure to the target language is next to nothing, is almost non-existent in our real life. We never listen to English language. Because we don't listen this language, we cannot speak this language. Because the linguist says, if you want to become a fluent speaker of English language, lend me your ears. I will put so much English into your ears that it will pour down from your mouth. So we do not have any exposure to listening English language. So if we want to become a fluent English speaker, we must expose ourselves to listening. We must listen to English literature, we must listen to English stories, English songs and English news, etc. Whatever is available in our surroundings, whatever is available on social media, whatever is available in different type of media, we must avail those chances and we must expose ourselves to listening. The very first step of speaking language is listening. You must remember, when you started speaking Punjabi language at your home, or you started speaking Urdu language at your home when you were just a small baby, what was the very first stage? The very first stage was that of listening. First of all, you listen to your parents, you listen to your neighborhood, and you listen the local language at your school. Whatever language you listened, you started speaking that very language. So if you expose yourself to listening, it will improve your fluency. Next come loud reading. If you want to become a fluent speaker, this exercise is imperative for you people. Take any book, take any newspaper, magazine, anything, etc., English literature, and start it reading in a loud tone. It will mold your speech boxes, which I have already told you that there are specific certain speech boxes in your organs of speech, in your organ system, which are already so hard and mature that it is very difficult. It becomes very difficult to soften them and to make them produce English sounds. So if you want to mold your speech boxes, you must do loud reading. And last but not least is fortitude and consistency. If you want to become a fluent English speaker, you must start this practice right now, and you must keep on speaking whether you speak right or wrong. And don't take care of grammar, don't take care of any formal thing, because spoken language is quite different from the written language. When you write the same language, you have to follow different grammatical rules and principles, and when you speak that very language, there must not come grammatical things in your way, because speaking language is very different. It's quite opposite sometimes. Sometimes you will feel that writing language is quite different and speaking language is quite different from that, from the written one. So if you want to become a fluent speaker of English language, you must keep these 5 tips in your mind. Number 1, speech filled environment. Create this environment yourself, around yourself, and speech boxes. Mold your speech boxes and soften them and make them produce English sounds. And then exposure to the listening. Expose yourself more and more to listening. And then loud reading. Take any book, any magazine, any newspaper, and start reading it loud. And then fortitude and consistency, because slow and steady wins the race, and one who seeks finds. So if you like my video, please subscribe my YouTube channel Knowledge Hub. Keep watching Knowledge Hub. Allah Hafiz.